Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Just wanted to briefly touch on Sports Bar VR on PSVR and I think other headsets. I've already done a video about how awesome it is, especially for the pool. If you want a really good pool game, get Sports Bar VR. It goes on sale all the time. Really, really awesome. Now, the reason that I wanted to talk about it is just recently, somebody was asking on Reddit, is it worth getting into Sports Bar at this point? And I popped up. I was just like, hey, I really, really like the game, but most importantly, there are still people playing it. And I'm kind of relieved about that because I play it with a couple of my friends, and I always worry in this modern era of a lot of games are getting their servers shut off and multiplayer going away. What's the danger that it happens with Sports Bar since it's been around for a long time? But no, there are people on there even now, especially on a Saturday, and I wanted to kind of show that very thing in action for a video here. Now, in case you're not sure how to actually get to a multiplayer game, you can click on this Find Create Room, but you also want to go through the different regions. There's different areas and different lobbies, I guess, across the globe where you can go around and see, is there anybody playing? If there is, after it refreshes, when you click Find Create Room, you might see a number. I mean, here I am showing what it's typically like through the week. No games found in your current region, and that's largely the case. It is a launch title or very early title for PSVR, so you're not going to get a lot of games going on, but I do want to show on a weekend it definitely happens. Now here I've just compiled 4 days in a row doing the exact same thing, and you'll notice in each case I go through all the different regions. I don't find any games. This is a weekday thing, Monday to Friday. I haven't had any success finding any games, and most people, I'm thinking, probably will just give up and say, all right, well, clearly nobody ever plays this thing anymore. And you probably just decide, all right, there's no point in continuing. As per the guy posting on Reddit, is this game even worth getting at this point? However, I will point out that yes, it does actually, on a Saturday, have a very significant crowd. Now this was footage taken last Saturday, November the 13th, 2021. So very recent. I don't know when you're watching this video, but just to give you an idea, this is a relatively recent recording of me going in like I do, same as before, and I try to find a room, and you'll notice on a Saturday, there's a room with 5 players in it, which is pretty surprising considering that's, oh, and it's always the European, the first one on the list there. I think USA East did have 1 person playing. Yes, so you see there's 1 person in there. And unfortunately, when I checked the other regions, they were all still empty. So it seems like not too many other areas have got people playing in them, but definitely that first room, the European, what is it? Yeah, Europe. That one on a Saturday. This was roughly 2:30, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here in Canada. So whatever your time zone is in relation to that, I guess some of the people that were in here I heard British accents. So I think maybe that would be around 11 o'clock at night for you folks, or 10 o'clock at night. Look around if whatever your time zone is, see what it's like, and you'll actually notice there's some people wandering around, playing their pool games, having a laugh. Sometimes you can't actually hear what they're saying, and that's probably because they're in a private chat. I did look around the rest of the sports bar to see if anybody else was maybe playing checkers or chess. There's a variety of different games that are going on, but it seems like the pool is the real appealing one. This is why people show up here. And I have no question about it. The pool in Sports Bar is incredible. So definitely worth checking out. And if you would like to have some people to play with, this crowd is pretty cool. I've talked to them before. Apparently they're like a club. They get together regularly on a Saturday, whatever their time zone is, and they get in and they start playing. And even if you don't want to interact with them, I mean, the folks that I chatted to, generally pretty friendly. This is just another empty area of the bar. Just thought I would have a look. Nope, nobody's playing checkers. Okay. Those floating heads you sometimes see that are not moving around, those are AI, so you don't bother trying to walk up to them and talk. That's not people. But you see these ones that are leaning over the pool tables, these folks that are kind of moving around, those are real people playing in that time zone. So I thought I'd fire up a game here. Yeah, they're a friendly bunch. I did notice that one of the times I was playing, a fella came up, that's the AI again, that floating head. A fella came up and had a game with me, and he was telling me that this crowd is actually, they're on Discord. I think if you go to, now I can't remember the link, but if you go to the Sports Bar VR homepage, and then I think there's a Discord link in there. There's a bunch of them who sign up, and you can kind of tell when's the next session going to be happening. That's how these people get together, and they do so every Saturday, it seems like, because I've been in and out a few times just to check, and there's always somebody there, and I recognize some of the people sometimes. It's a nice sort of feeling. Also, I would recommend, if you're not really into having people chat to you or whatever, like if you're kind of shy or if you don't enjoy online, don't worry, you can just play like I am here against the AI, and you can have those people off in the background. They may come and say hello, they may not. There are options in Sports Bar to kind of build up what is it they call it, like a personal defense area where people can't come into your personal space if you don't want them to. You can erect a little shield around your bar table so that people can't throw hats on it and stuff like that. That's kind of useful. I'd maybe recommend you do that. But no, it's a fun bunch of people. And like I say, if you don't really like talking to people online, I find it's just nice to hear conversation in the distance and also the occasional crack of the pool cue doing its thing. So yeah, just thought I'd do a quick video about that, showing that yes, people do still play Sports Bar VR online all the time, and if you want to give yourself a kind of a neat social experience or just get the bar feeling a little more lived in, go on a Saturday, whatever your time zone is relative to mine, and there's always somebody in there. All right, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.
But not for elk. It's almost impossible to get a cow tag with it when you're elk. Almost impossible. Generally, you got to be able to see 6 horns